Hello and welcome to this video. What this picture has to do with money, I reveal today in this video. This is the first time I talk in a video about a concrete and current painting of mine. By the way, it will be displayed in various international fairs and exhibitions this year. For further information, don't hesitate to contact www.kilianbeck.com. This picture is called Old Money Billionaire. I practice various approaches in my paintings. In this image, I proceed as follows. When I have the white canvas in front of me, I start intuitively and arbitrarily applying color fields and shapes. Then I leave the unfinished painting aside and take a break. Half a day, whole day, sometimes a week or even longer, until I see some hints of objects or figures in these random combinations of colors and forms. I let my subconscious make associations. Once I can no longer let go of these figurative ideas and only see them in the painting, I begin to work on them, highlighting them with torched accents so that these objects come to life and become more visible to others. From this, a story emerges that originates from my subconscious. In the end, I connect this story with a title that relates to my life philosophy and can serve as a starting point for discussions or reflections on social topics. They are paintings where I develop the figurativeness more thoroughly, and others where I leave the viewer more or even completely free. Either way, I invite the viewer to see their own association in the image and thereby discover their own subconscious. Everyone connects shapes with experiences from their own biography and creates stories related to their past which come to light through viewing. This can be very exciting for each individual. One can learn something about oneself. For my more open-ended image, the viewer is encouraged to see objects within the picture and create stories. For the more figurative works, the viewer is invited to craft their own stories based on my representations. A further approach could be to first look at the image, create your own story within it, and only later read my title. This way, you can, on the one hand, guess what story I, as the artist, see behind it based on the title, and on the other hand, compare to your story with mine. If you want to go even further, you can also write to me to learn more about my story. But I also invite you simply to look at the picture and let it speak to you without any intention of analyzing or thinking too much. The image speaks for itself. With the picture titled Old Money Billionaire, I will now share some ideas about the associated stories and philosophical questions I ask myself. From the initially random forms, a large top that emerged, under which I discovered a face that I developed into a character. This figure represents for me an old money billionaire. The image feels like a still frame to me. The billionaire looks out over the walls of his estate in early autumn, gazing at the world which he can influence daily with his money. What strategy will he develop today to influence society? Can he even influence people? What does influence mean? Can he create certain external circumstances in the world according to his will? Or can he change people's thoughts or both? Which actions of billionaire can influence people's inner worlds and which can only change external circumstances? What is the inner world? What are external circumstances? How are the inner and outer worlds connected? Can a change in the external environment influence the inner thoughts and vice versa? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments or DM me on any channel for further discussion. I am very curious about your ideas, and if you like my image or my video, I would be happy about a thumbs up and or follow me if you want to see more images. See you next time.